All right, this is a Plymouth Rat Rod build, probably part number 13 or 14, I'm not quite sure anymore. My name is Roger, and I work over here in Germany right now. But anyway, so if you've been following the videos, I had a 283 from 1963 in here, but my plan was to keep it in there for a year, maybe 2 years, and then flop it out a little bit later on for this thing right here. So this is the Connect and Cruise, basically the Corvette or the Camaro SS motor, 2014. 6.2 liter, 430 horsepower. Automatic overdrive, and this thing is fully computerized, so the whole package after rebate and without shipping is about 10,800 bucks. Sounds like a chunk of change, but I'm going to flip my 283 and offset the cost a little bit. And if you really look at it, what you're getting here, the thing weighs 100 pounds less. It's just a nice little stout motor, and I have a nice smooth car with fairly decent gas mileage, 25-26 miles a gallon. Also, ganz kurz, Plan hat sich ganz leicht geändert, wie man sieht. Das ist der Corvette Connect and Cruise von GM Performance Parts, habe ich durch Summit Racing gekriegt, durch den Frankfurter Flughafen, und habe es jetzt eingebaut und habe mir diese schöne kleine Motorhalterungen gemacht. So I don't know if you can see these or not, but I made these last weekend. And I'll try to pan around here if I'm not too close. Anyway, so that took probably about 2 or 3 hours, and instead of getting the little kit that you mount it 4 inches back, because the motor mounts are slightly different, I just went ahead and cut my original mounts that I had put on there about 2 months ago and just moved them back to the appropriate position. And the same thing back here. And what I also done here is I actually raised the motor up a good inch because I didn't want to have any clearance problems. So anyway, enough on the motor. These I actually put in today, right here, and I made these little suckers right here, and they pop right in here. And what they do is they go to the bottom of the running boards, back here too, and I just got them locally welded. So they'll go right here to the bottom of the running boards and keep those supported. And I'll show you what I made about a month ago. Ooh, exhaust system parts. So I got all my exhaust system ready to go right now. And let's see, what can I show you here? Oh, I think I really like these. Since I'm going to have a pretty good sized fuel tank back here, I went ahead and decided to make these little supports back here. Got this from a buddy of mine. He bought one of those, I don't know, I forgot the name of the frame he has. But the gas tank will go in here. I already got the stainless steel for that. And then these right here is just basically support, so I can take them back off if I have to, if I ever get the rear axle out of there. But I've got everything kind of tack welded in here right now, and we're going to weld the gas tank. And depending how far I go into the rear tank right here, or into the rear trunk, is how much I get. I mean, 108 liters, I mean, crap, if I do the math on that, it's like 30 plus gallons. So I don't want to get too heavy on there, but also like a large gas tank. But this thing right here, 25-26 miles a gallon is what I heard. I was going to get the 480 horsepower version, but I didn't want any rumpy idle. I wanted it nice and smooth and everything. So let me show you what I did today. Every time I get in here and do all this nasty dirty work. But I got this pretty well cleaned up right here. This right up in here, come across here, and I cleaned all this up and actually welded the running boards to the body. Now, do I ever going to get this thing apart? If I do, I'll just take a thin piece of cutting on the grinder and just pull that thing apart. Kind of cleaned this up in here a little bit. This will all disappear right down here because I'm going to make my own. If you see this line right here, going right here, that is actually how much this thing is going to be what we call channeled. So about a 3, maybe 4 inch channel. These are my fancy dancy motor mounts, body mounts up here, and I got a nice big thick bead weld up in here, and I've got it welded right here, and this is pretty stout right here. Basically it gives me the stance I want on the car, and the same thing on the other side, of course. Let me just show you something here real quick. I just played around with this. I got myself a nice little wire wheel down there, and cleaned this up a little bit. Basically, this is what the inside of the car is going to look like. I'll get all this crap out of here. If you see all this is all mud and everything up in here, and I'll clean that sucker up. And also what finally arrived from Griffin Radiator is basically the tallest radiator they have, which is about a good 37 inches tall, 3 feet. And I just wanted to put the largest radiator in here I could. I just have it mocked up in here really shortly. So I'm probably going to do is put a 15-inch fan up here and maybe a 15 down here. However I worked up, it's 26 length, the actual size right here. And I've got about 15 inches on the inside. So I'll hit Summit Racing tonight or tomorrow night and actually get the fans up. I'll put dual fans in here because if I just put one big giant fan, I'll loot all this area up here. You probably saw these in the last videos. I actually made these are my front body mounts. They're actually kind of stout, and I kind of integrated in here with this line right here. What I'm going to do still, I'm going to put a little support piece on the back side right here, just with a little bit of lightning holes in them. Let me see. Let me crawl up through here. And this thing really looks tough from the front. Again, I'm going to clean up a little bit of this rust right here, but not a whole bunch. What else can we tell you? Actually, it looks kind of cool. My air conditioning condenser will go up here too. And I think that's about it. And I tell you what, man, if I didn't have this little crane assembly right here, life would suck right now. Lifting this thing off and on is absolutely great. That's about it. So that's about it. I'll give a little pan around on this right here. You saw these little things I actually cut out right here. My McPherson, my rack and pinion sits right here. Also die Zahnlenkstange sitzt hier vorne drin. And the way I'm looking at it right now, I've got plenty of room. The body comes down right here. I've got this whole 4-inch area right here. Come out with the steering right through here. And I have to get to this point right here. So I mean, I got plenty of room in here. I don't think that's going to be an issue at all. And of course, the same thing on this side right here. Took a little time making these today, little lightning holes. They got to be kind of thick and stout. And that's it. All my body mounts up in here. And again, the next project I got is to actually do the gas tank. And once I get the gas tank done, basically the frame is done. I just got to get Roland to TIG weld this right up here, make it look nice and pretty, and fill in this little hole right here. And then I got another German buddy of mine named Dieter. Dieter got me some of the epoxy primer, which is almost like paint. I mean, it's super rock hard. You mix it 2-to-1 with hardener. And then I'll take this thing out and I'll spray the entire frame, put it back together. And you know, while I have this, I'm actually going to use the same crane system I have right here for the car. And I'm going to put it off the back of this truck right here. And then the in-laws have got a nice little pressure washer, steam pressure washer, and I'll blow all that crap off the bottom of it, and then maybe once it dries up, I'll hit it with a steel brush on a grinder, and then just paint the inside of it too. Again, everything underneath it will be rust prevented, rust corroded with good paint, not just the Rust-Oleum stuff. That's it. And crap like this I still got to take care of, but that's something easy. I know it looks rough right now, but that's probably the worst spot of rust I got on the entire thing. The rest of this thing, body, is like this right here. This is all just brown crap underneath here, but it's actually in pretty good condition. Anyway, I've talked enough. I'm dirty right now, so tonight I'm actually looking forward to some chili dogs right now. So that's about it. That's it. So 1936 Plymouth Rat Rod, also von Deutschland, noch einmal. Viel der ganze Sache ist, dass dieses Teil in so 1 bis 2 Monate bei mir in die Garage steht oder meinen kleinen Shop zu Hause, und dann kann ich die großen Sachen machen. Also Blecharbeiten und sowas, das mache ich alles hier, wegen die Sauerei. Aber dann so Kabelbaum und die Fenster machen und das Dach reinschweißen, das mache ich dann bei mir zu Hause in Ronneburg. Okay, everybody take care, bye bye.